Hello, my name is Michael O'Keefe, aka The Movie Wist. If you enjoy this interview and want to hear more top-notch film industry conversations, please press the thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell to stay in the know. Blaine Thurier, how do you feel that your film, Kicking Blood, is playing TIFF this year?
How do I feel?
How do you feel?
Lucky and blessed. It is amazing to not just have made a movie during COVID lockdown, but in the midst of a pandemic, to get to show your movie in a theater is incredible. Just blessed, lucky, and grateful to be in this alley talking to you in Toronto.
It's true. I'm comfortable in my Airbnb, and you're kind of slumming it right now.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
And hopefully you don't get chunks, but also it'll be fun audio.
It would be, I mean, I can bust out my moves and, recording, so it'll go viral.
Okay, so tell me, when I was watching the movie, I felt a similarity to George Romero's movie Martin. And I would love to know what other movies you might have drawn some influence on, consciously or unconsciously.
That is such a difficult question. We watched so many movies. I mean, the first idea was like, we're gonna watch a bunch of vampire movies, and then we thought, you know what? Let's just go way outside the box. Let's watch, Ingmar Bergman, and and draw influences from everywhere possible. Our favorite vampire movie was Werner Herzog's vampire movie made in the 70s. Which was weird and poetic and beautiful, but not at all like our movie. So I like to think that we've watched a bunch of stuff and that it is singular, that it has the smell of Blaine Thurier all over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a Nosferatu fan too, but my favorite one is the first one. I love that one.
Oh, amazing. It's just so beautiful, amazing. Have you seen the drier one, Vampire, silent film as well?
The one from the 20s, right?
It was from the 20s. It's just a weird nightmare.
That's what I'm referring to. That's the one. That's my jam.
Yeah,
I love that movie. I've seen it live, performed with a band twice.
Oh man.
So I'm thrilled.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
All right. So walk me through the writing process for this movie, because you had a co-writer, Leonard Farlinger. How do you guys hash out a script?
I brought Leonard and Jennifer at New Reel Films a really bad first draft.
Okay.
But they're perceptive readers, and they saw something in it. They saw things thematically that would be cool to explore. So Leonard and I just started hashing it out and talking and sending stuff back and forth and arguing and yelling at each other, and then consensus. And it turned out well. Like we wildly disagreed on many things, but we let the movie be the boss. It was never about like who's right and wrong. It's like what is right for the story.
Yeah. And do you guys, was it like, so you wrote a draft and then he had notes and then it kind of went back and forth? But with your first draft, how do you go about that? Do you sort of do scene cards? Do you write beats out? Like how do you start writing the scripts?
Well, this one I started a long time ago, and I was like an anti-outliner. Like, it's like, Charlie Kaufman says an adaptation, writing is a journey into the unknown. But Charlie Kaufman probably outlined that movie. He had to. So it was just like, it made the process a lot longer because you didn't know where you're going, and but you find things that way you would not find any other way. Like with a map, you're going by a map, so you know what you're going to see. If you plunge blindly into the jungle with the machete, then you're going to find things you wouldn't find any other way, but it takes longer. and you write a lot of really messy shit. And yeah, so that's how we did it. And then, you know, by the fourth or fifth draft, I was like, well, let's re-outline. So yeah, it took a while. It took a while to distill everything.
That sounds intense, your writing process. It sort of reminds me of what Werner Herzog said. He said, storyboards are for cowards.
Storyboards are for cowards, yes. And he also doesn't believe in rewriting. You know, you've seen the master class, right? He says he puts on Beethoven symphonies and sits and types the script, and that's it. But I mean, you know, a genius like him can do that. You know, yeah, I have to sit and think and plot things out and listen to Beethoven while I'm writing. But you know, Herzog can get away with that.
Yeah,
yeah.
True. So let's say, you know, in that alleyway you're in, a vampire walked up to you and offers you immortality. Do you go for it?
No.
Why not?
Because I wouldn't get anything done. You know, if I know I have forever to write the next script, I would never do it. You need like literal deadlines. You know, like there's a great YouTube channel called The Pursuit of Wonder, where they talk about life in the universe and everything, and they talk about real people who, you know, have like you know, it's very sad. They have terminal diagnoses, and then suddenly they discover who they are and what they want to do, and live life to the fullest with what time they're given, because they know. Do you know what I mean? And when you're immortal,
there's like, more meaning when things are finite, I think.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, and also, I mean, you have, you know, they offer me an immortality in return for taking other people's lives. I don't think I could do that. I would die of starvation. Like I wouldn't be able to kill anybody.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe on the other hand, though, you could just go clubbing all the time.
And you go clubbing all that's a living hell to me. Clubbing.
Fair enough. So tell me about your score. I thought it was a neat score. And do you think that genre, the horror genre, is the best when it comes to soundtracks?
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, but you are probably right.
Nice.
Yeah, there's so like comedy soundtracks rarely work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Watching a funny movie and go, this music is destroying it. But horror, yeah, somehow it works because it's about atmosphere and, you know, and you can do whatever you want. If you want to throw melody in there, you can, you know, and Midsommar had one of the greatest soundtracks, and Under the Skin had a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
Which they were both inspirations for our soundtrack as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Do you like any Italian horror film composers? Do you like Fabio Frizzi?
I am going to make a note of it and listen to it when
Cool. Yeah, listen to Fabio Frizzi, man. You can listen to those soundtracks all day. They're great. He made scores for Lucio Fulci.
Great. I can't wait to check it out. I love the 50s and 60s samurai movie soundtracks with all the crazy percussion, you know, trumpets for some reason in a samurai movie. And
for sure.
Yeah.
So out of the people playing a vampire in your movie, who was the most intense and maybe kind of annoying to deal with on set?
Nobody was annoying. It was such a dream. Everybody, honest to God, I know that people say that, but the saying is there's always one. And when you go onto set, you expect, okay, who's going to be the one? Right. But everybody was so charming and collaborative and great. The one was not there.
That's too bad. It's too bad you won't talk that smack. I interviewed Uwe Boll once, and he'll trash everybody.
He will, yeah. Exactly. He's a character. I mean, the world wouldn't be the same without him somehow.
Okay, so what advice do you wish you had going into making a horror movie that you can now offer others?
Yes. Find what's compelling to you about the mythology of horror movies, right? Of like in the vampire, mythology, we found we weren't interested in coffins and bats and levitating and capes and fangs and that kind of thing. We were interested in the idea of being addicted to something, of being immortal, of living in darkness, of being disconnected from humanity, and we explored that.
Nice. That's nice. Good to know. So how long was the shoot, and where did you shoot?
We shot in Sudbury in lockdown.
Oh no.
It was, but we embraced it. Like everything was there for us. It was, the landscape was, there were no people. It was very cold. It was, we found the most desolate areas of Sudbury and shot there. And it really lent the film a beautiful atmosphere. And we had 14 days. We shot it in 14 days. It was tight, but I was grateful for every day that we got.
Awesome. Yeah. What stage is your favorite part of the filmmaking process, and why?
They all have their flavors. I mean, if I may say, writing is when every possibility is there. Shooting is when you're with your paintbrushes, with your DP and your actors, and you're seeing it come to life. The first cut is when you go, oh my God, what have I done? This is a disaster. And then you get into sound mix, and that's when you see, oh, that's our movie. That's what it is. So to answer your question, yes, the mix in a way is my favorite part, because it's when you have a movie, really.
Okay, Blake, well, thanks for your time. I enjoyed the conversation. Is there anything else you would like to say about Kicking Blood before I let you go?
No. just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Go in if you can, watch it, knowing nothing, as little as possible about it, and enjoy it and rate it highly on IMDb.
Okay, we'll make sure to do that. And it's Blaine. Damn it, I said Blake. I'm sorry.
It's Blaine. Yes, that's okay. Yeah.
No, it's not okay. Okay. Well, I will see you later. Or be well.
Yes, thanks. You too, Michael.